Hi everyone, my name is Jeffrey, and in this video I am going to react to the Armenian entry for the Eurovision Song Contest 2023. I would say I've already reacted to it, but due to a very annoying background noise, I am going to do it again because it's just, I listened to it a few times and I'm already like, okay, this is very annoying, so I will just not let you suffer through that. So I'll just go do it and do it again. And yeah, I mean, it's the way it is, you know. I want fair reaction, but I also want nice quality. I mean, I don't really want you to hear a whole buzzing noise, so yeah, I'll have to do it again. But so over here you have my list right now: Sweden number 5, France 2, Spain 3, Norway 4, and Finland 5. I've already reacted to 10 entries, and last place it's Albania with 9.5, which is the same score as Belgium, and I think Ukraine as well. Those entries are not bad, but just not on the same level as the other ones. But let's get started right away. Brunette with the song Future Lover, the official music video, so I am assuming that it is, yeah, that's not live. Really nice layered vocals on top. A very heady side sound, kind of almost whispering. Reminds me a little bit of Billie Eilish, just a little bit. Okay, so she's posing and then the camera's zooming in and out. I like the piano. Wait, so that's all in one breath that she's singing, right? Yeah, that's quite a lot of words coming through. Kind of reminds me of the ending of France's entry, you know, with all the words coming. I mean, that takes a lot of breath control, which is really nice. And also the orchestra is coming out right now. The cello. Oh, nice vibrato. She kind of looks like Ariana Grande, I think. Just a slight, just a little bit. Still very breathy, and almost like always heady falsetto. Ooh. I really like this. But what was this? Are those bells? This is my favorite part so far. And I don't really like, I like this part. I'm not really into rap, but this is very good, I think. It's so different, it's like a stark contrast between the first part, which is kind of breathy and layered vocals on top of each other. And here you have her talking, dark background, smoke. Yeah, it's really nice. I really like this. I think this is the highlight so far. I think the chorus is kind of weak sometimes, you know. It's the whole time the same thing. Which, I mean, a chorus is usually just a repeated part. I mean, it's coming back pretty much a lot of the times. But this is these are the these words are repeated the whole time, no other word really. So it's always, I decide to be good, do good, look good. That part is being repeated over and over again, and I think it would have been nice to have some type of variation. Look good. I like that. Oh, she's singing in a native language. Now we have some more. It's really a mixture of like classic type of sound mixed with modern sound, which is basically the trend of the whole Eurovision so far. I mean, France does it, Spain does it, Norway doesn't really have a. Yeah, I mean it sounds like some type of Viking sound that could have been played on like a some type of instrument from the some years ago. So I mean it's really nice that there is this mix, and also it reminds me a bit of Junior Eurovision. It's not childish or anything, but I do think that, I mean, normally I didn't really watch Junior Eurovision past 2016. So I mean, I wasn't really into that because my country already left during 2012. So it was kind of like, okay. I mean, it was just very hard for me to follow it because it was not on television anymore here, and so if I wanted to watch it, I had to put it on the Dutch channel. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, but it reminds me a bit of Junior Eurovision post 20. I don't know how it's now, but then it was the trend. First two verses are in your native language, then the bridge and the chorus behind it are in English. That was usually the pattern that they were all following. So this is kind of like the switch. Wasn't there an entry last year that also did that? I think some entry did that. But now it's English, bridge, and chorus behind it are now in her native language. I think it's Armenian. I don't know if it has another name. But it's very, very interesting because it also makes it sound more like something from Armenia, because before that it sounded pretty much like a song that could have been sung by quite a lot of different singers, while here now it sounds quite, she makes it sound like it's from her country, and that's really nice. I think Belgium can learn a few things from this, because I'm still kind of pissed that they chose Gustav because we had so many great entries and we had one that was in French, which is really nice because it's a native language of ours. But now they chose a completely English song, which has been the same thing over and over and over again. So I really like that they did this, and I wish that my country did that as well. But yeah, we'll keep going. These lyrics are way better than the few that she did. In the beginning in English. The end sounds kind of a bit like Harry Potter theme, and also like some type of music box. But yeah, very great, Armenia, very well done. Honestly, I am not mad that I have to listen to it a second time, because I started to appreciate it better. First I was like, okay, kind of mediocre, but now I'm like, let's go. But still, I think the first part is kind of, I mean, it needs to start from somewhere, but I think that was kind of like the weakest part so far. It was quite forgettable. I think that part, I don't even know, besides the few camera angles, I don't really know anymore what she did. Then I think the rap part is the best part still so far. Then the lyrics start to have, I mean, she starts to show some more emotion, something about panic attacks, a volcano that's about to explode in a sec. I don't know, something with cold hands. So I think that's when she shows. I mean, she wants a future lover, but I don't really know what the song is about. I think it's that she wants a future lover, and that she's, I don't know, I don't know, that she's showing that that she's showing herself and trying to be as good as possible and hope for the best. I think, and that she maybe has some type of, maybe that she's in a relationship and that she wants to get out or something. I don't know. Or a better relationship with someone, I don't know. But I mean, I do really like that during the rap part, I was really more focused, like, oh my god, I want to know what she's saying. Before that, I was like, okay, she decided to be good, look good, do good, look good. I was like, okay, nice, but really? And I still think that the chorus is kind of like the weakest part so far. I think you can sing along to it, but I don't think it's really memorable. I think if I had to play all songs right after another, I don't think that I would be able to remember the chorus from Armenia. I mean, now I can just go Sweden and then just be like some part of the song. Stuck with me like a tattoo. I just don't want to sing it because I can't. I can hit the note, but I can't belt that high. France, évidemment. I mean, I can just say, pick it. Yeah, Spain is also a hard one. Norway. Her name is she, Queen of the Kings, running so fast, beating the wind. And then and then Finland, cha 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 cha. And I mean now I can be like, okay, I can be like Armenia. I decide to be good, do good, look good. I can do that, but I don't know if I would still be able to do it after all the listens. I mean, I have a hard time with Ukraine. I mean, and Australia. And Albania. So basically all the entries that are below 5, I think I got a hard time with remembering them. Yeah, but I mean, that means that it's a strong top 5 and the rest is not as good. But yeah, I have to rate Armenia. I do really like the orchestra behind it, and then it was a simple stage. I mean, it still looked like a stage performance. Besides that she was laying on the floor, and then also floating. Those were the parts I'm like, you can't really replicate that on stage. I think maybe there are dancers, maybe in green suits holding her up. Maybe they can do something like that, you know, where she's where there are dancers and not with green screen, because green screen, you know, we know what happened to Greece in 2021. But yeah, it would be really nice if they have maybe picked up some dancers and that they lift her up and that she still starts to sing. I do think that the end chorus is better than the beginning, especially with the one in Armenian. I can't really sing along to that part, but it's the best one because also the lyrics are different from the English part, and I mean, from what I've seen, if the translation is correct, it looks way better than it has more meaning than I think the English chorus, which maybe they should have done it in Armenian completely. I don't know. I mean, it's not really bad, the English part. It's just that the Armenian part of the song is the best part so far. So yeah, scores. I mean, we have a system, you know, with three categories: song, performance, and vocals. Song. First part, second part, the rap part, great. Then the third part, better. So I think the first part I would give it like a 3. Then the rap part and the part behind it, I would maybe give it a 5, you know, because it's just really nice. But I'm going to give it a 4 just because it has to be consistent. the highlight would be 5, but the worst part would be like a 3. So I'm like, okay, 4 is the middle ground. Then performance. I mean, it's a simple. It's quite simplistic in terms of what she's doing, but it works really well. Honestly, I think it's great. I will give it 4. I will give it 4, but because I mean, I think I think besides Spain and Finland, I think most of the stages, okay, Croatia as well. I think most of the stagings have been quite simple. Like France, I mean, it's a music video, but she's standing on the stage. Sweden, I mean, it's really like the same, almost the same thing as with Armenia right now, where they are using smoke, and here you have an orchestra. With Sweden, you had this screen you had the screen above her. So yeah, I think a simple staging is pretty much a trend this year, which is not bad, because I mean, it makes you focus more on what they are singing, and also I think they are still really great at telling the story. I would give, yeah, I think a 4. I think 4 for performance is great. I think it's nice. I was not like, ooh, but I was also not like, oh, staging. I was like, okay, really great. So we got a 4 and a 4, that's 8. Vocals, it's quite hard to judge because it's a music video, of course, and I mean, autotune and stuff like that are all a thing, and I mean, but I'm not really going to be like, okay, but they could have used autotune here, so I'm going to give a point less. No, I'm not going to do that. I think it's great. I think for the song itself, it's really interesting what they are doing. I think the rap part, it's not really singing, but it's great, and I think that's the best part, especially in terms of like emotion. I mean, in the beginning it sounds more like airy and breathy, and then at the end, also she was like flying again, but more like airy, light, and then during the rap part, it was all like dark and emotion, rawness. So yeah, that was definitely the highlight for me. Focus. She started in like some type of head falsetto type of voice, then she slowly went to more like a chesty sound, and then she stayed pretty much in that sound the whole way through. So in terms of like vocal acrobatics, there was not really going on that much. It's not like Sweden where I was blown away by like I had like shivers, you know. That was not the case, but I do still think that it's great, and so I will give it, I think, a 4. Yeah, I think a 4 again. So we got a 12 out of 15, which is the same score as Norway and Finland. Wow, this is going to be hard. This is very hard to judge me. I like Norway and also like Finland, but I also like this one. So I'm going to be like, okay, if I listen to it, because that was the criteria with Spain and France as well, I put France above it because I was like, okay, but I would rather listen to France than Spain's entry from like a music perspective. And I think I would rather listen to Norway's entry than this entry. I think I would rather listen to this than Finland's entry. Although I would remember Finland better than this one. I still think that Finland, I think as a song, I'm like, okay, I think it's more like Spain in terms of like you need to see the staging in order to get what they are doing, and I think with this you can pretty much still enjoy it while you are like maybe driving your car or just doing some exercises. So I think I'm going to put this above Finland. So Finland is out of the top 5, and Armenia is in the top 5 at number 5. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it this way. But everything can change in the second top that I'm going to make, which is when I've listened to all the entries, and I will listen to them a second time, one after another, and then be like, okay, where am I going to put this? So and then it's your turn. When that video is released, then it's your turn, because then you will be able to vote for your favorite entry, but you also need to say what country you're from, because it's like 12, you know, the Eurovision system, you know, 12, 10, 8, and you can't vote for your own country, or I don't know, is it still a case? Because I thought they would maybe, was it in Junior Eurovision where you could vote for your own country? I don't know if it's the case in the regular Eurovision, but I mean, let me know in the comments below. But so stay tuned, like and subscribe, because there will be a lot more Eurovision content coming very soon. So have a nice day, evening or night. Bye everyone!